Welcome to the Adobe 1 Minute Video Challenge! Today is the Adobe 1 Minute Video Challenge at the King's School. The King's School is one of the most traditional schools in the country, and yet today it's all about creativity. It's great to see a blend of tradition and creativity all happening at a school like this.
Today we're here at King's School out of beautiful Parramatta. We're having a 1 minute video challenge with all the kids where they have to come up with a 1 minute video over the course of the day, which they're going to present this afternoon. We're going to judge them and then give some prizes.
Just under 150 students from different independent schools in New South Wales participating in this amazing creative outlet, filming, planning, editing, resourcing, and basically making a whole film in a day, which is insane. It's just great.
So what are some of the educational benefits of doing an event like this?
I think the best thing we've got is it just allows the students to be creative for a whole day, really own their own work, to be in charge of their own projects. Learning group work is always that great skill when they really work out which personalities work well together, but just that luxury of being able to work on a project all day. The bells don't matter, the classrooms don't matter, and just to really achieve something great in a really tight time frame.
What is your story about?
It's this guy that's trying to clone himself because he's lonely and he needs a friend, and then he's just trying over and over again.
Gotta try again. It's getting better. This time he's wearing the same clothes as me. Yes! Perfect!
What are the great things that you're really enjoying of the day so far?
That we're all working together and all our ideas get contributed.
Any frustrations?
Oh yeah, seeing that we've only got 1 minute for the video, it's a bit hard because we got to fit a lot of information into it.
I've always been an advocate for filmmaking because I think it's a medium to tell stories that a lot of boys can gravitate to. Some boys have trouble writing, some boys have problems with the creativity, but what filmmaking does is it puts storytelling into the hands of young men regardless of their academic capabilities, and I like the idea that we can do some really interesting, cool things now with software that we couldn't do 20 years ago that makes people pop out of lightning bolts and explosions, and yeah, it's a really nice way to tell stories.
Well, we got to the day this morning and we got explained in the auditorium, which was really good because now we know what we can all do and how the day works, because I didn't know much about how it worked and what programs we had access to.
And what programs are you likely to be using today?
Probably the Adobe Spark or the Adobe Premiere.
Have you used either of those programs before?
Well, when we were practicing back at school, we played around a bit with Premiere Rush and Spark. We found that Rush was a bit easier to use for videos.
So have you decided that Rush is going to be the program you're going to use to build your video today?
Yeah, probably because we find that it's easier to film with and add all the effects on.
Lovely. What's your film about?
Well, our film is based on getting lost and escaping, so we'll be basing it, our locations will be in the classroom, and then we'll go down to the forest and the woods to get some angles of like all the foliage and ferns. So it's basically a story of someone in the classroom and then she falls into the book. And then she goes into a world, she doesn't know what it is, and then she finds her way back out.
Wow, that sounds amazing. It's going to be great.
The delivery of information in the future, if not today, is going to be through video. That complex storytelling or very sophisticated ideas are going to need video to be told, because that's how students today and employers of tomorrow will want to get their information.
So the students are learning video editing skills, video production skills, but they're also encouraged to be creative. How important is creativity for these students' futures?
Yes, even outside of the video editing, creativity is fundamental. And that's creativity not just in the use of tools, but creativity in their way of thinking, their way of planning, and their way of going about making the video specifically, but also expressing their ideas. If we teach our kids to be creative in their way of thinking. That'll inform everything else, and I firmly believe they will be much more successful the more creative they are.
Quite often, kids lose that ability to just run with a crazy idea, and as they start getting older, they start self-editing and they get a bit more unsure. So hopefully it just gives them a bit of encouragement to go with really crazy ideas and just to see things through and think big.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to work at this amazing school. Really looking forward to seeing the outcomes.
I am too. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of it.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching. Click the link in the description below to explore more free online professional development, and click the link on screen to subscribe to the channel for more videos.